hope you all caught your breath during the break because we have 5 more do-or-die games for you just ahead.
Yeah, our lone coast versus coast matchup took place tonight in Picayune between George County and the Maroon Tide.
Picayune hasn't lost to George County since 2002 and sent them packing in last year's second round of the postseason. For more on the WLOX Game of the Week, let's head up north to Lee Triplett Stadium where our Tyler Bell has highlights and reaction. Tyler.
I mean, of course, this is our game of the week, but as you can see, lights are out. We might have to change this to football after dark or something like that. Either way, really good football all throughout the coast tonight, and of course, that does not stop here. Of course, coast-on-coast matchup, which means both of these guys can't make it through. Little coast cannibalism, if you would, but still quite the game to watch. Let's get to the highlights. Man, there's nothing quite like playoff football. Round 1 of 6A, George County coming here to Picayune and has a hard time with this Maroon Tide defense, just kind of shoving it forward for 3 or 4 yards per play, but don't think that means they can't break one off. This is the big one right here on 4th and 5. Wyatt Spitall drops back. He's just going to float one over the middle here. Something simple here to his man, Grant Reeves. Shakes the man and goes 50 yards to the house. George County wanted to win by 1,000 cuts, but Picayune was chopping off arms and legs. Number 41, Ontario Wilkins, gets that one wide open and goes untouched. Number 22, Jamari Hathorn, gets in the end zone twice today, including this 56-yarder. He's just too fast for some of these guys, but the man of the hour is, of course, running back Xavier Dennis. He breaks this one off for 54 yards, which is good enough, but he crosses the stripe 4 times this game, catapulting the Maroon Tide to a 55-7 beatdown over the Rebels, and the Picayune Maroon Tide are going to ride high until next week.
Everybody likes to lose, and so, you know, the work we put in this week, the effort we gave at practice, and just the level of how much they just of attention to detail was astronomical this week. You know, credit to all the coaches for getting them in right positions to be successful. So, you know, it's a good statement. It's a good way to kind of bounce back from after last week and get going in this playoffs.
It was great. I mean, I think we came this week, really learned from last week when we lost to PRC. And I think we really responded like amazing as a whole team, as a whole unit. I'm proud of my boys, man. It's a great win. But we're definitely going to carry us on to next week and the week after that. You know, even win or you lose, win or you learn, and we definitely learn, and we're not going to lose again.
The dark, even the camera light won't work, but whatever. Of course, had a great game tonight. Man, those guys really took off for Picayune. We're going to have another coast matchup next week whenever Picayune plays Hancock. More coast cannibalism. You hate to see it, but it's going to be a good game nonetheless. And in the dark here in Picayune, Tyler Bell, WLOX News Now.
Football after dark. Thank you, Tyler. Pascagoula seeking its 5th straight win. The Panthers playing host to Terry in the opening round of the 6A playoffs. Pick things up on the Panthers' first drive of the game. Handoff going to Amari Jackson. Cuts it up the middle. 25-yard run sets up Pascagoula for what will be a 46-yard field goal attempt by freshman Miles Sprague. Look at this. It's good. Good for the lefty there. Panthers find themselves up 3-0 early. Terry on the next drive going to go for it here on 4th and 6 inside of the red zone. Quarterback takes the snap, but he is sacked by Julian Bolton. The ball comes out. Amori Anderson scoops up the loose change, takes it all the way back for the touchdown. This gives the Panthers a 10-0 lead. Pascagoula would tack on another field goal after that in the second, and then the Bulldogs looking to make something happen before the half. Deep pass here for Terry, eventually picked off by Tamario Johnson. This is the defense that we thought that we were going to get from Pascagoula all season long. Takes it back as time expires for a touchdown. This gives Gula a 20-0 lead at the halftime break. The Panthers keep the momentum in the second half as they move in on a dominant win. They beat Terry 41-7.
Hancock making the trip to the Pine Belt to face West Jones. The Hawks are in search of their first playoff win since 2017. Middle of the first, West Jones' Tootie Lindsay throws the ball to Chandler Watson. He finds a hole, but it's brought down by Hancock's Brody Peterson. And a few plays later, Tootie Lindsay passes to Caleb Holmes, and this kid takes off, and the afterburners kick in after he crosses midfield. It's a track race. He runs this one all the way back for a Mustang touchdown. That's going to make it 7-0. Mustangs on top from West Jones. That's going to pump the fans up, and so do Jack's t-shirts. Look at those going out into the fan. I know I want one. Later in the second, Hancock Kanan passes the ball to Sebastian Collier. He runs in for a first down, and good, great, amazing field position. A few plays later, Kanan throws to Aiden Harvack for a Hancock TD. That ties the game at 7 apiece. Hancock goes on to upset the Mustangs 21-14. Their reward, Picayune next week.
Hey, now that is a big upset right there. Coming off last week's win over Picayune, Pearl River Central facing the top seed in 6A Region 3. The Tigers without star receiver Tristan Keys tonight, one of the top receivers in the nation, not dressed out for Hattiesburg. Watching from the sidelines, but Gavin Ducksworth would still find other guys. J.B. Bryant with the catch right there. Then he takes a monster hit. His helmet popped off, and it didn't matter because he gave it to his running back, Tony Scott, who would do the rest himself. Hattiesburg goes up early. Second quarter action now. Ducksworth would hand it off to Bryson Barnes. Barnes kicks it into gear, weaves through the Blue Devils defense, takes it all the way. PRC was susceptible to the big play all night long, like they were for most of the season. This one goes in favor of Hattiesburg, who rolled PRC 42-0. They will face Pascagoula next week.
The lone 5A team remaining on the coast hosting Sumrall. The Stone Tomcats looking for their 5th playoff win in the last 3 seasons in the Battle of the Cats. Stone gets the ball first, and second play of the game coming in like a head of steam, like a mean blue and white machine. It's no other than Aiden Green chugging his way through the field of MG Triple C. Got me stuttering and gliding in the end zone for 6. Tomcats up 7-0. And speaking of Mr. Green, we had to speed this play up because he bounced out to his left, reversed his field to his right, breaks the tackle, and now you see him, he's back on the way to his left. Listen, this was supposed to be a 4th down. Instead, it sets up this Jaden Green on a jet sweep TD. He jets his way into the end zone for the second score of the night, 14-0 Tomcats. And marching right back down the field before the end of the half is Green for another rushing touchdown. Tomcats advance, taking out the Bobcats 35-7.